Hey, y'all. Happy Sunday. I hope you've had a great weekend. Time to rest and relax. And tonight we are going to get started or I am going to get started with talking to you about being created for a purpose. How I see that I'm created for a purpose and how you can also see the same. So hang tight and I'll be right back. So, y'all, I have taken a week off to take a break and rest and relax some. And so now I'm back with y'all and I'm excited to dive right into this week's message, this week's video. So, as I was saying, that's talking to you about being created for a purpose. And I know that I talked to you about John chapter 9, verse 3, for me being born disabled for a purpose to glorify the Lord. And God's glory shines brightly through that because just looking different is kind of a cool thing because people wonder how I live life and so really I'm created for that purpose. And there's a lot of joy in that. But there's a bigger picture being created for a purpose in terms of why God's created all of us. We are created to give God glory and to be fruitful and multiply. That's the ultimate purpose. And we as believers, we are to share the gospel, the good news of Christ to others. Because I know for myself, I've really had some hard times in life, like really. And with that said, the gospel, leaning on the good news that Jesus died for me, helps me have a connection with the Lord. Like I know that I can go to the Lord because I've trusted Him in the gospel and I can rest, which, I've taken some time to rest this week, which is very nurturing and nourishing, should I say. And so, with that said, I know that I'm created to share God's goodness and I look different, so that's a good thing. But to those of you who may feel like, hey, I'm not really someone that's different, or I'm not really looking like I don't stand out, really, you may believe that and think that you don't stand out, but the Lord values you, and He's created you specifically for His own sovereign will, like His own purpose, for you to to share His goodness. There's ways that I'm not able to share God's glory and His goodness because I'm not like you. And so, women, for example, I, am not someone who can elaborate on women and the Bible, like in terms of women empowerment and things like that. I can speak to men. I can speak to everyone, yes, but when it comes to the purpose of a man, I can elaborate on that more. And also, someone who is disabled too. I'm not gonna really be speaking to track runners. Maybe I could. Maybe endurance, push through. I could do that. But when it comes to everyone having a different calling in life, that is really my point that I'm trying to draw out here. Is that you may not see it, but you are created for a purpose. And that's something that I really had to work through in my role with the Lord in the various times and seasons in my life. And so, if I can encourage you in that, I think it's really important for you to focus on the Lord and ask Him, what is it that you'd like for me to do for your glory, Lord, for your goodness, to shine that light? Because God's glory shines through us, the church, when we are sharing the gospel, the goodness of Him on the cross. And when we can rest in that, assured, that's so powerful to others who don't have that. And so, really, I want to come to you with that message tonight. I know I do talk to you about, being in a wheelchair and things like that. And it's a great thing. But I'm saying, like, when it comes to relatability and things like that, I can relate to a lot of different things. And I think that can shine God's glory. But to those of you who may not feel that you're not sure where you're able to do a lot of work for the Lord, I would encourage you to seek Him, to pray on that. Ask Him for direction because the Lord values you and you are created for a purpose, to seek His face in that. And so, yeah, I hope that brief message encourages you tonight and that you can rest assured of His goodness. And also, in closing out, I want to remind you of Ricky Speaks Life's mission, that is to share God's love and His goodness through my story, the works that He's done in my life, and it's to help those who need power or manual wheelchairs by raising money. And so, if you wouldn't mind praying on that, pray about supporting Ricky Speaks Life financially, not just for wheelchairs, but also to help keep the lights on, help keep the website going. This allows for me to do what I do, and it helps me do it well. And so, please pray. Go to rickyspeakslife.org and hit the donate button. Pray about that. And thank you for watching. I hope you have a blessed evening.